Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this video, like talking about material English teaching as a foreign language. Each member of the class 6A will be giving about their opinion about the point discussion starting from the point A until to the point I. So, without any further ado, let's start it.
I will discuss about point A. Point A is with a partner, brainstorm for a few minutes and draw up a list of 5 methods according to which you think for language can be taught. My opinion in exchange idea for 5 for few minutes with a partner decks where a teacher can take an important point about the methods to be taught because not only 5 methods can be taught in foreign language, but many methods can be taught by teacher to their student. Many methods can be taught, but that doesn't mean the method is used by only one teacher. By only one teacher, a teacher has a difficult method. For example, the methods of question and answer, discussion, demonstration, debate, trial, and other. This is in my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, I want to talk about point B. So point B is about which particular method has predominated in your own experience as a student and did it work it for you? So based on my experience, group discussion is the successful method in learning process because this method can make the students to share about their opinion, and also this method can make the students to actively in speaking. So especially for me, I like get a challenge to share about my.
My name is So I will to explain my opinion with point B. Which particular method has predominated in your own experience as a student? Did it work for me? So at that time I was still in elementary school. My religion teacher of Islam and English teacher using game method that whisper to each other until the last person in the group had to tell what was whispered correctly. But before the game began, the teacher gave the task of memorizing some verses of the Quran and some words. So when playing, it looks who is really memorized and who is not. So and the method is work for me.
My name is Sulastri Shahrir. I will explain about the question part B. The question is, which particular method has predominated in your own experience as a student? Did it work for you? Okay. The method that dominated when I became as a student was the method of particular. The method practice is dialogue and presentation. I think this is method more successful than another method because when I practice in front my class, I feel more challenged and try to not be mistaken. For example, I am dialogue with my friends. I feel more to perfect perform. Try to together my friends. My vocabulary is increased and my pronunciation also is better. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iin Iskaliana. In my opinion, the most successful method is game method. The advantage of learning games method is to make students more prominent in learning and have an important role in the group. Foster a sense of togetherness and mutual respect, make students more excited and more happy. The results show that number one, the learning process of English with learning games can motivate students to follow the learning process. Number two, the process of learning English with the support of game through the flag media can improve student English skill. Thank you. Jasis, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The characteristic steps of language learning are contextual, communicative, systematic, and challenging learners to solve real problems, bringing learners to work active the learning and the preparation of learning material is done by a teacher. According with the interest and learning need, it is the first step in establishing a language learning approach.
Okay, I am Diana Argenti and I will explain about point C. So there are several methods used in the foreign language learning approach that I know. The first is total physical response. This approach is characteristic by utilizing body movements, so almost all methods are present in the form of instruction and physical demonstration. For example, like students are invited to keep moving and combine with singing or storytelling. And the second is the natural approach. The characteristic of this method is that teacher continues to provide a large intake of vocabulary and guide students to speak a known word like one or two words or simple phrase that they already know without need to fix grammatically first. I think that's all. Thank you.
I want to answer from point D. The question is, which approach to language teaching do you think is predominant at present in general foreign language classroom and in Spanish schools? And my answer is, I think communicative approach is predominant at present in general foreign language classroom and Spanish schools because communicative approach focus on making students communicative and in writing to real-life scenarios in the target language and focus on teaching vocabulary. After the student memorize the basic vocabulary, they would be encouraged to complete a number of communicate tasks related to that theme, such as making lists in the target language or writing with partners to complete target language.
Teacher are good method. There are good learners or good method. The teacher is a good example, the leader for us. Speaking of the teaching methods, in my opinion, there is no single method known as the best teaching methods because the teacher has different methods depending on the situation. The teacher's challenge is to adopt the best teaching method that is suitable for the situation. Good teachers do not have one method of teaching or addressing a class. The real criteria is that is the main learning style in a classroom and is the teacher using a method that addresses the learning style is 16% of the time the addressing the other to learn style in situation to the percentage of the class.
Okay, are there good teacher or good methods? In my opinion, everything was good. But the most important thing is the teacher, because the teacher who conveys knowledge to students and the learning process that doesn't depend also depends on teacher. That does not mean the method is not important, but the method is one of the process that must be taken by teacher to teach. Then, if the teacher has and is able to master a good method, it will be easy when delivering material and there will be the difficulties in learning process. Thank you.
My name is Hanisa Masuku, and today I will give my opinions about are the good teacher or a good methods, are the good learning or a good methods. In my opinions, is a good teacher. Why? Because actually all the methods are good. It is just how a teacher can use the learning methods that they want to use so that it can attract students interest in learning. I think a good teacher is a teacher who is able to know how to deal with students when in the class. Because a good teacher is not only a teacher who can master the material being taught, but who can the student understand what they say. This is my opinions, and thank you.
Okay, I wanna explain the point A. Are there a good teacher or good method? Are there good learn or good method? In my opinion, it is very important for teachers to determine a good learning method use so that they can be responded to by young students, and a teacher must adjust their methods and strategy in responding to their student ability, because if a teacher choose the wrong method or the one choose is not appropriate with the material presented to students, automatically the learning process will not run effective or fail.
I am Rizka Amalia and I will discuss point E. Are the good teacher or good method? Are the good learning or good method? In my opinion, the teacher roles is very important in determining what learning methods are best used in the learning process, because if the method choice is not a condition with what is true, then learning will not run effective or may fail. The teacher must be able to condition the situation when it has to be serious, when it has to be give games, so that students do not get boring in learning. Learning also does not have to be in the class. Conditionally invite students to learn in nature so that they learn with new setting. I think that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Istiqamah. So from point F, in my opinion, several factors that influence the teaching of foreign language. There are first the mother tongue. So the difference in pronunciation, sentence structure, and vocabulary makes it quite difficult for students to learn it. Next, the teaching materials and learning media. So the choice of materials with techniques used and the supporting media should be appropriate to the age and interests of students. So these second factors become the most relevant that must be considered by the teacher so that students are more interested in learning. And however, to determine the ranking should be determined based on the ability of each student and how successful the method applied. I think that's all. Thank you.
Silano Fadila will answer the topic of discussion. So, the discussion is list series of affecting FL teaching. Which one are the most relevant? Can we establish the rating or importance? Okay, and I will give some comments about this discussion. So the answer is I affecting TEFL teaching it's relevant for student. So siswa itu harus mampu mengimprove bahasa di dalam kelas maupun di luar kelas. Meski sedikit kemungkinan bahwa di Indonesia itu masih sedikit menerapkan FL teaching ini, for ratingnya ini sangat important untuk siswa. So teacher had to bring the method at the class. Jadi siswa itu dapat atau mampu menguasai metode FL teaching ini secara, meski mungkin tidak secara skala kemampuan otak siswa.
My name is Dina Awalia and I will answer the question that have been given to me. The question is that the most expensive textbook is a guarantee for method to work. Do you agree with this statement? Are the others materials as effective as a textbook? My answer is yes, I agree that the textbook is guarantee for method to work because the textbook is made by experts in certain fields and teaching facilities that the harmonious and easily understood the readers. And the second question is, are the others material as effective as a textbook? My answer is maybe because I have never seen that the textbook as effective as a textbook. Okay guys, maybe just that I can give my comment for this question. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I disagree with the statement about the most expensive textbook is guaranteed for a method to work because, in my opinion, an expensive textbook does not guarantee that a method can work well. Although many argue an expensive textbook are guarantee quality, but that is not only condition that the learning method can work well. Because I think a method can work well if the teacher can be creative to apply a method. Even if by using a cheap textbook that is simple but suitable for the students that they teach. And the textbook is easy for students to understand. And the question about are the material is effective textbook? Yes, of course they are. Because in this era, technology has advanced and the children are able to access information on the internet or YouTube or provides more information readily.
I am agree with the statement that the most expensive textbooks is the guarantee for method to work. Why? Because the expensive textbook is surely have a perfect collection all about the material or knowledge. So, if you already have this textbook, you also have an effort to study and practice very well, because all about unit you can get in the textbook, and beside you study in the textbooks, you also can get information from the internet. So the most expensive textbook is a very helping for a method to work.
For point H, that it makes no sense to spend time in effort on theoretical discuss this statement. From me, I don't agree with this statement because if the teacher just explain about the theory, it wastes of time. As Memani has explained before, that every student has different learning style. So if the teacher just explain the theory, just a few of the student understand about the material, and while the other student don't understand. So in teaching, a teacher must balance in teach the material, uh, explaining the theory, and also and also doing the practice, so that all of the student understand with the material that teacher create. Thank you.
My name is Siti Salma Tahir. I will explain the question from point H. It makes no sense to spend time and effort and theoretical discussion. Discuss this statement. I disagree with statement because, in my opinion, discussion theoretical is needed. With discussion class, students can exchange ideas. Discussion class, students can express their opinions and ideas through discussion. Because students can learning is different from discussion, and students can be more active. Thank you.
I am Nurulfa will discuss about point H. The point H is it makes no sense to spend time in efforts on theoretical discussion. Discuss this statement. Okay. Regarding point H, I agree to this statement. It makes sense if someone spend time in theoretical discussion efforts, because discussion is an activity undertaken to seek scientific truth. Besides that, discussion is a natural activity for someone to solve a problem. Okay, I think that's it.
Hello everybody, my name is Rosmala Dewi, and I will give comments or opinions about it makes no sense to spend time and effort theoretical discussion. Well, I agree with that because theoretical discussion only spend time in the turnover of money. Well, on the other hand, discussion theoretical only stealing by time because theoretical without observation is not strong. And then, why we are wasting time if we have to make observation and research in advance just as we do endless work? And that's mean there is a lot of time wasted. Therefore, I agree with that if it doesn't make sense to spend time and effort only for theoretical discussion.
So hello guys, my name is Wise and I would like to give my opinion about the point I. So the point I is about, you can see down there, okay? So point I is talking about research require many resources. Foreign language teaching experiences is more useful than a complex research projects. Do you believe this statement is true? If so, why? So personally, my opinion about this is I quite agree because I get my English is from my job before that I was working in hotelier in Sumatra, and all of the interaction in there is using English. Like, and most of the language we use in that hotel is English. So that's why I just got a lot of the, a benefit from that job. Like I make a conversation with other people, like to other member or stuff like that. So it kind of like really helpful to repair my English before, because when I was studying elementary and until to the senior high, I'm not really have a good English at all. Even if like there's a different method that we already implemented on that time, but it kind of not really helped me full about to teach English at that time. So yeah, experience is the best teacher for myself. So thank you. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope you like, share, and subscribe this channel. And turn on notification. It will tell that I'm uploading a new video. And see you in my next video. Bye guys.